Don't ever try to sneeze with your eyes open. Many people assume the warning is just a playground myth, a tall tale about your eyeballs popping out of their sockets, but the reality is far more chilling than any urban legend. Your body is actually undergoing a massive, localized short circuit to save you from a biological explosion of your own making. This is the medical reason why you are never allowed to hold the steering wheel of your own eyelids when that itch arrives. You aren't in control. Your biology has staged a coup, and for the next zero point 0.5 seconds, you are just a passenger in a high-speed anatomical event. To understand why your eyes slam shut, we first have to deconstruct the sneeze itself. In the medical world, this is known as sternutation. It's not just a loud noise or a symptom of a cold. It is a high-level military operation executed by your autonomic nervous system. Think of your nose as the front gate of a fortress. Its lining is packed with millions of ultra-sensitive nerve endings. When an intruder, be it dust, pollen, pollution, or a virus, lands on these sensors, they send a distress signal that bypasses your conscious mind entirely. This electrical impulse heads straight for the most primitive control center in your brain, the brainstem, specifically the medulla oblongata. Within the medulla, this signal is processed by what scientists call the sneeze center. Once the threshold of irritation is crossed, the brain issues a massive synchronized command to a vast array of muscles throughout your torso. Your lungs are ordered to inhale deeply, your abdominal muscles contract violently to build internal pressure, and your diaphragm tenses like a coiled spring. At its peak, all this pressure is released in a blast that can rival the speed of a car on a highway. But in the middle of this muscular chaos, a fascinating phenomenon occurs. Your eyes shut. The primary reason agreed upon by neuroscientists is a phenomenon called nerve overflow, or signal leakage. Inside our face, there is a complex network of wiring called the trigeminal nerve. This is the fifth cranial nerve, the largest and most complex one in our face. It's responsible for sensation in your face, nose, and mouth, as well as controlling the muscles for chewing. The catch is that these nerve branches are packed incredibly close together, like a bundle of high-voltage cables in a cramped conduit. When the brain sends a command as powerful as a sneeze, the electrical intensity flowing through the trigeminal nerve is so high that a short circuit occurs. The signal intended for your respiratory muscles accidentally leaks into the branch that controls the orbicularis oculi, the muscles responsible for closing your eyelids. According to this theory, your eyes don't close because your body wants them to. They close because your brain isn't precise enough to isolate the command during a biological emergency. It's a glitch in a million-year-old operating system. You are experiencing a crosstalk of signals where the eject button for the nose accidentally triggers the close command for the eyes.
We have to address the elephant in the room, the urban legend that your eyeballs will fly out if you force them open. This story has haunted school hallways for decades, but let's look at the cold, hard facts. Your eye sockets are remarkably secure. Behind the eyeball, you have powerful extraocular muscles and tough, fibrous connective tissue holding everything in place. Most importantly, anatomically speaking, there is no direct connection between your respiratory tract and your eye sockets. The air pressure from a sneeze is channeled through the pharynx toward the nose and mouth, not behind the eyes. While there is a rare medical report from the 19th century about someone experiencing a dislocated eyeball after a violent sneeze, modern science explains that such cases only happen to individuals with pre-existing conditions or exceptionally weak connective tissue. For the average human, your eyes will stay put. Forcing them open might feel bizarre and deeply uncomfortable, but physically, your eyes aren't going anywhere. If it's not about preventing your eyes from popping out, why has evolution kept this trait? Why hasn't natural selection removed this nerve glitch over millions of years? The answer likely lies in biological protection. When you sneeze, you aren't just expelling air,
You are releasing a cloud of particles consisting of thousands of microscopic droplets of mucus, bacteria, and germs. The sheer velocity causes these particles to spread like a mini biological bomb. By closing your eyes, your body is essentially lowering a blast shield. Our eyes are incredibly vulnerable windows. The mucous membranes of the eye are a perfect entry point for infections. If you sneezed with your eyes wide open, there is a high probability that the gross particles you just forcibly ejected would land right back on the surface of your own eyes. Evolution likely favored those who shut their eyes because they had a lower risk of self-infection. It's an instant form of self-sanitization that keeps your vision safe from your own waste. Beyond the germs, we have to consider the sheer physics of the event. A sneeze generates a massive amount of internal pressure. Some studies suggest that the pressure in the upper airway during a sneeze is significantly higher than during heavy coughing. Closing the eyes helps brace the facial structure. It's like tightening a seatbelt before an impact. By shutting the eyes, the facial muscles are in a more stable position to withstand the sudden, violent contraction that ripples through your skull. Interestingly, despite this being a powerful reflex, a tiny fraction of the population can actually sneeze with their eyes open. They are the exceptions that prove the rule. Through training or unique nerve structures, they can decouple the sneeze signal from the eyelid muscles. However, for the majority of us, this remains an automatic mystery. If you try to force it, you are fighting against a system that has been refined over eons of human survival. You are fighting against your own hardware. In the end, this small phenomenon teaches us something larger about ourselves. We often pride ourselves on our intelligence, but a simple sneeze shows that we are still governed by primitive biological instincts. You don't close your eyes just because of leaky nerves. You close them because your body, in its ancient wisdom, knows when to stop looking at the world for a moment to protect what's inside. So the next time you feel that tickle in your nose, let the darkness come for a split second. Let your body do its cleaning. Because sometimes the best way to keep your vision clear is to let your eyelids fall when your biology demands it. The world is full of extraordinary things we take for granted, and sometimes the greatest secrets of the universe aren't in a distant galaxy. They're right under your eyelids, clicking shut the moment you say, "Achoo." Thank you for watching this deep dive into your own nervous system. I'm Thinko, and I'll see you in the next mystery.